Welcome to the November energy forecast, where together with the Harmonic Council of Presence and the Teachers of Light, I bring through guidance to help you get back into soul alignment, to see through distortion, and to bring you back into harmonic resonance. So this month, I'm really feeling that it's a month of purification and really returning to our own inner light. And so, we're probably feeling real intensity at the moment. Maybe it feels like this kind of internal storm going on within you, or even when we look outside at the world around us, everything just seems kind of chaotic. And it's like being in this kind of external void. It just feels unfamiliar, unknown, and not really able to kind of see the light at the end of the tunnel as yet. And so it may look like endings, may even feel like, you've lost direction, you don't know your path anymore. And, that can bring up quite a lot of emotional overwhelm. And so, what if that is actually part of the purification process? And it's not that you're being punished, and I've been through a few of these, so it can sometimes feel like that, right? But you can kind of think of it like, I guess, like a healing peak. So when we're purifying and coming back into balance, often we go through a period where it feels really intense and like actually it's getting worse before it gets better. So that's one of the ways you can kind of look at it right now. And so this purification process is really to allow our true essence to start to emerge, and to shed all of those kind of distorted layers that we maybe thought were part of us, or was our true reality. And at this point, we're kind of being shown that what we thought was true about us or our reality is perhaps not. And we're being invited to really step onto our true soul path. And, this can really feel like that dark night of the soul, that we've heard of. And of course, it's not usually just a night. It could be a period of time. And I think that's part of the reason why sometimes we feel this kind of overwhelm, because we don't know how long we're going to be in this space for. Um, but to, be reassured that it's a natural cycle and it's part of the process of awakening that kind of strips away all the false identities and even our kind of coping patterns that we had reached for in the past, and we're being shown that they don't work for us anymore. So, at this time, it's really about being able to stay in this void space, in this unknown space, without kind of losing ourselves in it. And one of the ways I love to describe it is, imagine that we're kind of in that womb of creation and it's dark, it's germinating. We can't see anything that's happening. And from that womb of creation, something new is birthed. And as a humanity, I feel like this is where we're at right now. I'm kind of in the birthing canal, and it can be a little bit painful, right? A bit uncomfortable. And then what will emerge is new life. So if you can sit with that, hopefully that offers a little bit more reassurance. Um, so, during this time, it might be quite tiring. We might feel that fatigue, that kind of restlessness, or even confusion, as I mentioned, not really knowing, what am I meant to be doing, or, where do I go from here? And so we're invited really to kind of just feel all the emotions that may be coming up for us, but also to remember that we are not that. These are just emotions rising for us to kind of see and feel and then allow to rise and release. And so, rather than kind of battling the storm, we're invited to kind of sit within it and find that inner still point. And, whilst we might be experiencing this, what I'm really seeing as well, kind of on the world stage and in our collective is that kind of, I call it a glamour of savior. Um, what's the word? Hang on. Um, I want to say saviorism. Is that a word? We'll go with it. So, either looking for a savior, like hoping that, when this feels uncomfortable, that someone's going to come in and save us, or we might step up to being a savior. We're seeing that in the on the world stage at the moment, where certain leaders or public figures are being exposed. And again, what I would suggest is it's to look at that, because really we are all our own saviors. And when we align with divine will, when we're in alignment with divine will, and our own inner sun, letting that express itself, that's where we start to become truly in soul alignment. And so it's really key right now to remember that no being or system can really save what is already within us. It's just about recognizing that we hold all of this within ourselves and that we can transmute and heal ourselves. And so a good question to ask right now would be, well, where am I giving my power away to external authorities, or even ideas, or maybe even like predictions? And just really turning inwards and asking, does this feel true for me? Because we all have our own truth. And this time where we're living at the moment, we're really being called to follow our own guidance, and really be able to stand still and be comfortable in chaos, find our inner calm in the chaos. And as we go through this kind of phase of kind of like, it's like a burning away of all the false realities, our false identities, so that that true healer and our true light within can start to be embodied and to start to radiate outwards. And so, again, I really encourage you to kind of sit with your emotions and to just let them move through. And don't maybe don't, like, if you get messages, if you get insights and guidance of to support you, then that's brilliant. But don't necessarily hold on to meaning that. So what I'm trying to say is when a difficult emotion might rise, don't make it mean something about you. Okay, that something is necessarily wrong. We're just maybe tapping into that as a guidance system. So just be aware of that. And so, yeah, feel and breathe and release. And so I feel like this month, November, is really about this closing out of old cycles. We're coming to the end of a 9 year, which is all about completion. And of course, we're coming up to the end of that year. And so, where's that expression, it's often darkest before the dawn. And I feel like that's really where we're at the moment. And so knowing that we're kind of really close now to this integration period of where our shadow and our light becomes in balance. And, that will be revealed more as the year closes out. And, with all completions, it does feel like endings, and maybe there's some grief that will arise with that, and that's okay. But it's also recognition that we're moving into a higher octave, a new expression of ourselves and a new expression for humanity, as we all move through this. So, with that said, let's bring through a creation code to support this shift, this time. And, if you're tuning in for the first time, this code is helping to hold a new frequency, excuse me, a new frequency within our body, within our cellular structure, because when we hold the frequency in our body, then we can move through any discomfort with greater ease because our body knows our body is a guidance system, and it's always communicating to us how our soul communicates to us. So I invite you to just receive and allow it to move through your body, and just know that as the month unfolds, that this code is going to assist you to hold a higher frequency, even when maybe what's going on around you or what maybe you're feeling within you still might feel a bit chaotic and uncomfortable. All right, so I'm going to invite you to place your hands on your heart if you'd like to. That's what I like to do. And we're just going to settle into our chair, or maybe you're lying down, wherever you are. Just settle in and just start to take a few long, deep cleansing breaths in through the nose, deep into the belly, and exhale out of the mouth. And just bring your awareness right here, right now. Be here now. Another couple of long, deep cleansing breaths. Good. Hopefully you're feeling more settled. And then I invite you to just gently roll your eyes towards your third eye in the center of your head. And this is where we're going to receive the code into the pineal gland. And then this code is going to activate the cells of the body to hold this new higher frequency. So you can think of it as recoding our energetic frequency, or our DNA, which will help us shift our reality. So just with your eyes gently raised, we're going to now imagine that we're bringing in this beautiful golden liquid light of source intelligence coming in through the crown chakra down into the pineal gland, and just filling up our head with this beautiful golden liquid light. Good. So I'm going to invite in the Council of Harmonic Presence to bring through creation code for our highest good and greatest joy in service to the divine plan. And the code is 3 11 7 8 1 9. And so you can just imagine this code like a sequence of numbers, activating the DNA in the pineal glands and allowing the electrons and the hydrogen atoms to spin. And just imagine that it's sending this code to every cell in the body now to help raise the frequency, to activate the cells, so that it enables us to shift, go with the shifts that November will bring with greater ease and grace. So you might also imagine now that this golden liquid light is now filling up the entire body. Just feel it, maybe moving down the body, down the arms, down the legs, as you keep breathing, just receiving. And maybe you notice a shift, maybe you don't. Whatever you feel is perfect for you. And just trust that, with all energy healing, the energy knows where to go, what you need in this moment now. And of course, when I watch the video back, I will drop in the description what the code, the meaning of the code. All right, when you feel ready, you can come back to the room. And so, as we move through this month, I invite you to really just notice what emotions are coming up for you, and then maybe what story is attached to that emotion, so that you can just release it uh, more gently. And then we're just becoming aware, there's no right or wrong. So with that awareness, then start to see, well, where is, what clarity are you being then given? Um, Maybe you start to see a pattern that doesn't serve you anymore. And then you might also ask, where am I maybe waiting for an external savior to assist me? And that could come in any form, friend, dropping out of the sky, maybe going to the um, doctors. And, they all have a place. But remember that you hold the true wisdom. And so, whilst others can support you through any healing that you might need at this time, to really, tap into your own guidance system for your own clarity. And then you might ask, well, how then can I just anchor this peace and this presence within my own body, even when I can't see the full path ahead? How can I um, be here right now and be okay with whatever is happening? Okay. And of course, if you feel the call to deepen this work, then there's several ways that you can work with me. Um, we've got our monthly Soul Cafe manifestation gathering where we, as a group, work through any distortion, and I offer some manifestation techniques to help us shift into our higher reality and help us create our heart's desires. And then if you want to go even deeper from that, then I've got the Soul Creators Circle, which is a monthly membership where we really deepen that work from the monthly Soul Cafe gathering. And then, of course, for energy healing or private one-on-one soul path mentorship. So you're welcome to check that out too. And I'll drop some links below. And yeah, I'll be back at the end of the year in December for the final soul alignment reading for this year. All right, have a good month ahead. Bye for now.